Once again, Roblox is failing at their attempt to bring back events in the worst way possible by endangering kids and having the worst moderation team of all time. Subscribe to become OP. Exhibit A, Roblox hits a devastatingly new low. Roblox is supposedly doing another egg hunt, finally, but it has been surrounded by so much controversy, and slowly many developers have started backing out of the event. But let's figure out how exactly all this happened. Essentially, Roblox invited a literal predator to the event. Oh my god! Under the name Teddy Official. He is known for his many questionable hangout games that basically allowed for children to engage in suggestive activities, which 100% is against Roblox's TOS. Roblox, instead of just outright banning this guy, has decided to kick him from the event and make arguably one of the worst responses I think I've ever seen a company make. Basically saying they have already took appropriate actions according to their TOS. But they haven't. Teddy still has his account and is still able to make these condo games underneath this account in his group. Is Roblox saying that they think child is not a bannable offense? Well, according to their actions, they might have just admitted to that. I think I might throw up. Absolutely disgusting and disgraceful behavior from Roblox, and whoever is behind the moderation team needs to be fired immediately. Let alone the Hatch event, which probably was already going to be horrible due to them confirming too many games again. And we know how that turned out with the hunt. And the recent leaks for this event also prove this, because there literally won't be any eggs as rewards. And instead, you'll be merging the hundreds of eggs you get from playing these hundreds of games into just like 8 prizes, which sounds like another horrible event to me. And apparently Meep City is in the event too. Jesus Christ, that game literally traumatized me when I was a kid, and now it's in an event in 2025 when it should have been banned years ago. Even the owner of Pressure had his fair share of horrible experiences with this game, but it may not even have that many games left because developers on Twitter are backing out and boycotting the event due to Roblox's use of AI to assist the event, and them literally inviting a PDF file to the platform-wide event that will surely have children involved. Yeah, shame on you, Roblox. Not to mention, it isn't as if the evidence against this guy isn't astounding. He has so many little inappropriate games on his account and through his groups. It's almost as if Roblox is attempting to protect this guy from their own TOS, which is a very bad sign because Roblox is already known to be not exactly a safe all the time platform. This is a real life problem for Roblox, and they absolutely need to stop playing around, or we may eventually see the closing of Roblox one day in the worst case scenario. I hope this is a wake-up call for them as the developers and the community actively boycotts, because this is simply unacceptable for every single event moving forward. I even feel kind of weird even playing this platform at this point if I know this company is doing all these vile and evil things. It's absolutely ridiculous. Instead of bringing back events we all loved, you have repeatedly failed and even went as low to invite absolute scum of the earth to participate in the event. But anything for your bottom line, I guess, which is money and greed. Absolutely disappointing. Exhibit B, why events returning has been a failure. Roblox events used to be something that everyone loved, at least back when I first started playing Roblox. They were actually created not for more cash flow, but for the community of Roblox, which wasn't as big as it was today, but maybe that was actually a good thing. When Roblox announced that they were going to be bringing back egg hunts with the hunt event, it was genuinely bringing back that feeling we had back during the egg events before 2020. What it ended up being was a sneakily hidden premium payout farming event. In order to get the premium rewards, you have to play so many of those horrible front page games they featured. Not like Roblox front pages improve much nowadays, but still. And only some of these games actually made events that were themed around egg hunts, and that was the only saving grace of the event, and the event still somehow sucked. The hunt was an absolute failure, unfortunately, and this was honestly due to Roblox's ever-increasing greed over the years. Crazy quality drop. Instead of Roblox creating their own hub and storyline, they instead relied on developers to create something great, but they didn't moderate the event at all and allowed them way too much control over what they were actually creating, which of course was premium payout farming quests that really had nothing to do with the theme. But as we will find out, moderation in combination with Roblox developers being incompetent would lead to larger failures down the line. Now on to the next event Roblox decided to do, which was much better than the hunt, the classic. Now this was the absolute pinnacle of Roblox events thus far. The event hub they had was incredible. It matched the classic look of Roblox perfectly, from the sound effects to the weapons to the secrets spread around the map, and it was indeed a surprise that gave me hope for the future events. Now for the games themselves, this time around there wasn't over 100 games. Instead of that, it was shrunk down to just 15 games, and I think that helped with this event's quality because it genuinely felt like each game tried to follow along with the event's theme. My favorite being the 1x1x1 event. Man, even Gunfight Arena somehow made fun classic weapons into a fun little game mode. Even though some complained about a lot of the games not being classic, but a lot of those games are inactive, so it would have been quite hard for Roblox to actually get the developers to make anything for those games. The only game I didn't really agree with being in this event was Toilet Tower Defense. That game and its event was just awful and brought down this event a bit. The last big event that happened at the end of it was also super memorable, with the vote finally opening and all the coins coming flying out. It was dope. But the classic was 100% one of the best events in years, and it proved that if Roblox actually tried, they could actually make a solid event. The biggest issue might have been that Roblox didn't give enough time for people to actually enjoy this event because it only lasted around a week. After this event, of course, we had the annual Roblox Innovation Awards voting, which was a disaster simply because the developers bribing their community for votes, which resulted in a mess of an event. Roblox also just simply nominating the wrong games for some of the genres, like TSB being put into the strategy games genre. That game does not require that much strategy. It is a very simplistic Battlegrounds game. But yeah, the Innovation Awards voting for 2024 just simply sucked, and was just another event Roblox lacked control and moderation of. The next event was the Games event. That was the name they came up with in the boardroom, the Games event. But yeah, this event was a return to the garbage. Instead of creating another good event like the Classic, Roblox decided to make another horrendously bad event. This event revolved 5 teams which were led by YouTubers. The problem with this event was that the teams were incredibly unbalanced. Everyone who wanted to win just joined Crimson Cats because Currycraft and Lana, 2 of the most popular Roblox YouTubers, were leading the team. The idea of the event was to join a team to get as many badges as humanly possible for the team before the event ends. To get these badges, of course, the developers participating in this event had to make the most excruciatingly painful objectives to do these quests. So the Games was a failure. Hopefully the next event isn't horrible, right? Nope. The next event is The Haunt. Again, a terrible name, which is arguably the worst Roblox event they had ever created. Like, genuinely. You can't even consider this an event, to be honest. Instead of it being a horror game themed event where we're going to be able to play some of the new content from games themed around horror, like Pressure, for example, it was instead literally a glorified avatar contest that went horribly, of course. You went into 1 out of 22 games and you had to take a screenshot. That's literally it. That's the whole event.
Consistently drop the track.
And what people did, instead of, you know, submitting screenshots of their avatar like Roblox intended, they instead took photos of the mobs in games like Pressure and other horror games, or literally pictures of cats. Many people speculated that this event was supposed to be much larger in scope due to the lobby actually being constructed very well, but that it was eventually scrapped for this costume contest idea because they ran out of time. Still, they should have just canceled the event outright. Roblox at this point desperately needed a win out of their next event after The Haunt, because let's be honest, the events that came out this year were terribly put together, unfortunately. The last event that they had put out during 2024 was the Winter Spotlight event. A different name this time around, which was a good sign. As with most events that happened, the lobby made by Twin Atlas was actually good. The idea was that each game feature was going to have you play for regular and elite tokens. The regular tokens being easy to obtain and the elite tokens being hell on earth to obtain. And these tokens would of course give you limited time items that kind of sucked in my opinion, which is why I didn't complete this event. The games for this event were, of course, again, your daily, everyday homepage slop, which also made this event worse since the games weren't fun or good to begin with. And then Roblox said that they had a much bigger event lined up, that being the Hunt Mega Edition. Now, this event was also a failure as far as profitability for Roblox, since this event costed a lot of money for them to create. Not to mention the fact that this event, due to the past events not being great, led to it having less people actually participating in the event for the $1 million prize. But basically, this event required you to participate in 25 games as opposed to the original Hunt having 100 games for you to play. But still, despite this event being better than the Hunt, it did significantly worse number-wise due to people just flat out not being interested in participating in yet another exhausting dev hunt. As everyone would agree, Roblox just needs to bring back the original egg hunts of the past and stop doing these boring mid dev hunts that developers always seem to fail at making. Exhibit C. Where can Roblox go with events moving forward? Well, to be honest, Roblox just needs to ban Teddy, but this doesn't mean that they are going to be in the clear. Roblox needs to reevaluate everyone, and I mean everyone who does moderation for the platform. Not only have they been doing a horrible job, but they have been ruining events left and right by not making sure they are not only safe for the community, but are also making sure that developers are actually doing what they are supposed to in order to follow guidelines so that these events can actually go well. The hatch is just one example out of the many examples on the platform of Roblox failing to protect the kids who have been on the platform and the parents who have put their trust in this company. But as I say in every video, if you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more content like this one, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.